Yo, what's up, everybody? How's it going? We are coming live. It's Monday, October 6th. It's 9:30 p.m. Where I'm at. And we got Corey, Caveman Connors. It's
Good morning.
7:30 where you're at.
Yeah, in the morning.
Yeah.
You're in
We
the
got,
future.
Adam, Pale Man Peak, Label King.
Hey,
It's 8:30 where you are, 8:30 a.m. where you are.
just a pale king riding a horse.
We're such a global show. Look at us.
We're a global show. Absolutely. Let us know how you guys are doing. Let us know where you guys are watching. Let us know if you are watching. If you're not watching, then let us know why you're not watching.
Right.
Adam Peak, how are you doing today?
I'm a little disappointed in LinkedIn. To LinkedIn. This may be a problem with LinkedIn. We'll keep trying.
So I got that too. We're live now.
Wait 30 seconds to see if nothing changes. Try ending this stream. All right, I'm out. If we can't be live on LinkedIn, I'm out. So.
I'm live.
Oh,
Gene's watching.
Oh,
he
great.
thinks he's watching, right?
Yeah. Or maybe this is just an AI generated version of us, Gene.
That's right. You might not be watching at all.
You might. How do we even know if you're real, Gene?
Yeah. Gene's from the future.
It's 8:32 a.m.
So
commenting. Avelio.
Before we get anywhere at all, I apologize in advance for my laggy streaming coming from the middle of nowhere, Indonesia.
It looks great.
Yeah. I mean, the good news is you look better than me on camera. Because
if that's possible. I mean,
yeah.
Although
I did
Adam looks great.
I did my first face mask with two of my daughters. So
very noticeable.
It's feeling extra lovely.
You're working on your human packaging.
Yeah. Yeah, it was creepy though. Am I allowed to show? I'm gonna.
What is your head, like 32 ECT?
It's a double wall situation.
It's the edge of your head crushed at 32 pounds.
It's soft touch. So I did take this picture because the #1 show in the US today was apparently a show called Monster on Netflix. And it came on the screen before my daughters and I were going to watch Clueless. And there was this strange similarity between.
I started watching the Silver Bachelor.
Oh no!
I don't know. I'm like, why would anybody watch this? I'm like, let me see what this is about. It's actually watchable.
Oh,
I don't know.
He's invested.
Okay, great.
I watched all the ladies come out of the car and introduce themselves to this old guy, and I'm like, you know what? Out of everybody here, I'd pick that one. I'm like, this is who should win.
Okay.
100%.
He's got a
now.
favorite.
Now you have to watch to see if she gets voted off or if you're right.
Don't tell us who it is, and then when she wins, then let us know.
Okay, before we get any further on the Silver Bachelor, I got this note on my Starbucks cup, and at first,
best show yet.
At first, I was like, "Why did they write this?" I am aware of the. So it said, "You got this," and my initial reaction was, "I know."
I literally got it.
I purchased. Why did you? And then I'm like, oh, they're trying to be encouraging. I just thought they were being like trolling me.
Right.
Like,
hey,
you ordered this.
This is your coffee.
Yeah. Hey, buddy. You ordered this.
Killer boots, man.
Killer boots, man. It was
talking about coffee. I went to a place in Singapore called Bacha Coffee.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I've been there. You walk in, it's this palatial spot that makes coffee, and it's all packaging all across all the walls, and they have a cup of coffee, a cup like this big of coffee. That's $130.
Wow.
Now is that US dollars or
yes, US
dollars? I don't know what their currency is.
No, it's US dollars.
How was it? Was it delicious?
Yeah, it was like regular coffee. was a little more bitter.
Wait, so okay, let's keep going here. You
Yes.
went into the place and you were like, yeah, $130 for a cup of coffee sounds right.
Yeah.
There's
sign me up for that. Yeah.
There's the menu. You have a $12 cup of coffee.
Mhm.
Then it was a $16 cup of coffee. Then it was like a $30 or a $40 cup of coffee. And then the last one was $129, $139. And if I'm going to spend $12 on a cup of coffee, well, maybe I'll take the one that's a little bit better, $16. But if I'm going to spend $16, I got to know what a $130 cup of coffee is going to taste like.
If this is like the worst case of if you give a packaging designer a cookie.
Right.
Like,
right.
Exactly. It was 100%. That's what it was.
We should write a book about that.
But there's like, so you get like a cup of coffee and then you get this little cup next to it that's full of this vanilla something cream.
24 karat gold.
You take the cream out, you put it into the coffee, and then you have like this sugar stir that's like like rock candy basically, and you stir it in there. It's like a whole process. And all the packaging's amazing.
And then you can mine a Bitcoin at the end.
Right. And then you drink it and it's over. And you're like, oh, that's all right.
Did you keep the cup?
No, I had coffee in it.
Did it say you got this on it?
You got this, man.
It said there's a sucker board every minute. You did it.
No, it's not a high roller. I gotta know that I can't walk out of here going, I spent $16 on a cup of coffee, but I don't know what the $130 cup of coffee tastes. It probably tastes like a $5 cup of coffee, to be honest with you.
Sure.
World's best coffee. Congratulations.
Yeah, but exactly, Gene. It makes a $16 cup of coffee sound cheap. And people will be like, oh, I'm not going to spend that. I'm going to spend $12. Meanwhile, what'd you spend for your cup of coffee, Adam? Like $5-6?
Yeah.
You got this, man.
I got this. That's what I got.
You got overcharged. Congratulations.
I got. When I was in Vegas, I went down to like the Starbucks in the casino, and I was like, they're charging $9 for a cup of coffee. I was like, this is getting out of hand. And speaking of Vegas and Avelio just disappearing into the nether regions, because
now that he's gone.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, oh, I'm sitting in front of this funky painting.
No, everything's running out of power over here.
Okay, so Avelio, you are in the middle of nowhere, Indonesia, and so when I was at Pack Expo, I was telling you guys before the show, I had a conversation with somebody who said it was like they look like a US company, right? And they were like, we have a factory in China. And I was like, what does that mean to have a factory in China? And I don't think that many people realize that what that means is, I don't think you know what that it means. I don't know what what's the quote from The Princess Bride? But it just seems like we throw this around here in the US.
Because I think
oh no, did you leave? Avelio, this is your time to shine. And now the internet is cutting out.
He's frozen. Oh. There, he's back.
Come on. No
Come
way.
on.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Matos.
So, Avelio, why did you lie to the American public? That was the question that I asked.
That's not what I heard.
No. That's not what I heard. But what does it mean to own or to have a factory in China? Because there are very strict rules within the Chinese government on what you can actually do in China, correct? As a packaging or as any company, but we'll talk about packaging.
As business ownership, right?
All right. So there's a lot of companies in the US, and don't be surprised to hear this. There's a lot of companies in the US that will say they own a factory in China, they have a joint partnership, or they've got some type of investment in a factory in China. So come to my factory in China and we'll show you around, right? And you'll get on a plane, you'll go visit this factory, you'll show up into this factory, they'll have whatever company you met with, they'll have their name on a billboard in front. And then you leave, you go through the tour and you leave, they take that billboard down and they go back to being whoever that they're actually who actually they are.
I witnessed it happen in like Dongguan, China. I was like, "What are you doing?" They're like, "We're taking down this banner to put up a different banner." And I was like, "Oh, that's how this works."
Yeah, that's exactly what happens.
But there are companies that like they could have a press there, like they could have some sort of a financial tie, right? Or no.
So the way that it works a lot. Sorry, I just had to say goodbye to my kid going to school.
I thought you said I had to take a bite of my kid. He's going to school. Yes. I was like, that's a very complicated sentence. Okay. You broke up.
I can't speak for every company out there.
Right.
But what I will say is like idpdirect.com. So you can go check us out. We actually own a factory in China. We own a factory in Indonesia. We've got one in North America and one in Europe. Because we're owned by a Chinese national, right, that has the facility, that owns the facility in China, then there's other, then you can purchase factories outside of that. If you're an American-owned company by an American CEO, American founder, you cannot purchase, you cannot invest in, and you cannot build that partnership in a factory in China. What you can do is you can go and you can source a bunch of factories. And because you're buying boxes from a company in China or molded inserts or whatever it is, and they want to get those orders, they want to help you get those orders, they're going to say, yes, we have a joint venture. Joint venture being that you've got some kind of an investment in there. The investment you have in there is purchasing the boxes.
You pay, yeah, you send the money for the boxes and then they ship the boxes, just like.
Yeah, 100%. So those are, that's a big scam.
Does this go for any I mean, you said American, but if it was owned by, an Australian,
anybody that's not a Chinese national,
it has to be a Chinese national. And so I think for people who are buying and sourcing packaging and going to these shows, it's okay to ask the question, right? Like, is your company owned by a Chinese national? And if they say, no, we're American owned, and we also own a facility in China, like those two things are incompatible. It can't happen.
Right.
And if you are
I can't say with 100% certainty because maybe there's some legal loophole somewhere.
Sure.
I don't want to get sued, but correct.
No, I understand. But I'm saying, like, in order to own a business in China, it has to be owned by a Chinese national. That's what my point is. And if you hear these words with people kind of dancing around stuff,
unless, of course, Apple, right? There are Apple offices.
Yeah, I'm sure they have a subsidiary of.
Correct.
There's ways to do it, but I'm just saying, like, it's okay to ask the questions because it's fine if somebody is buying boxes and shipping them in and carrying that cost and navigating the cultural divide and the actual ocean divide. Like, I'm not saying it's easy to just go to China and buy stuff. It's actually a pretty difficult task. And so somebody who already has a relationship, who's been doing it for 30 years, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just understanding.
Right. Just be honest with the actual relationship, right?
Yeah. Right. So it's a market advantage to say there's, I've got ownership in X when maybe the competitor is being honest and saying we purchase from X. Right. It sounds a little better to buy from an owner than from a purchaser, but they're both doing the same thing. It's just a marketing play.
And, there's this weird thing, like I saw this on LinkedIn and Corey, I had tagged you on this post where there was a guy who was looking for corrugated boxes. And I was like, hey, you could talk to all these people. And then he came back and he was like, I'm going to buy direct from a corrugated box manufacturer. And I was like, but that might not even be the best. Like, my point is, like, distributors and brokers and, whatever the reason that they're in business is because sometimes they do a really, really, really killer job at helping you get stuff. And so you're like, buying direct is awesome. But
if you need a million boxes, or if you need the
whatever,
full,
right? Like
you have the room and you have the finances and all of that, right?
100%. It's
not necessarily, right? So if you purchase from us, we'll finance it and we'll bill you on delivery. So as you're pulling from our warehouses and you're pulling like a case at a time, then you're paying a case at a time, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the way,
which is pretty abnormal for a manufacturer, to be honest. Most manufacturers don't want to be involved with that. They want to make them and
get rid of them,
ship them out. And so you certainly have a major advantage there, Velio. But I think where companies that don't produce come in and say, look, we can provide all of this packaging together as one shipment, that becomes a really nice deal for the company that's purchasing.
Sure.
Because they don't want to have 16 trucks showing up a week and all of these different things. So there's certainly ways, there's pros and cons to both options.
Exactly. And that was my point, is don't just rule out, especially on like flexo printed corrugated here in the US, like the full vertically integrated corrugated companies are hard to buy from right now.
Right.
And so anyway,
you're not showing up saying, hey, I need to order 1,000, or even I need to order 10,000, because they're running hundreds of thousands, if not millions, for distributors.
Yeah.
So for you to actually get it,
corrugated is very local. You want to buy it local. You don't want to buy, for the most part, especially bulk, large boxes, things like that. You don't want to buy.
Get in the queue.
Yeah,
you got to go through a distributor because they're already in the queue.
Right, and they probably have production near where you're looking to.
And there's mill cycles of paper, and so if you need, like, you could be 16 weeks out trying to buy direct and paying more money. That was my point, but Velio, I know that you're on it's late there. I want to make sure that we're mindful of your time. So you're in Indonesia, and then you're like traveling, like you're circumventing the world. You're circumcising the world. After this, full circumcision all around the world.
After this, I'm heading over to Spain for a couple of days, and then I'm heading over to London for a couple of days, and then I head home.
Okay, so
London Packaging Week.
Yeah.
What's your travel tips for this global circumcision? Like, just give us the tips.
No, there's
minimum coffee price $120.
Don't pay more than $140 for a cup of coffee.
That's right. 130 is max.
And minimum, right? If it's not 130, you don't want it.
Do you travel with your own pillow? I started doing that. That was kind of nice.
No.
How do you squeeze that in?
I have one of those purple. I use one of those purple pillows. Things like 20 pounds.
My wife bought a travel one of those for that reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she loves it.
Great. Well, Velio, during your travels, just remember, you got this.
You got this, Velio.
You got this.
Thumbs up, man.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Do me a favor, go check out the last episode of Packaging Unboxed. Talk to Stephanie Doyle on print production. We get into like file setup. Get yourself a Packaging Unboxed podcast shirt.
Don't. It's really itchy.
It is not.
No, it's not. It's great. High quality.